Hey everyone, this is Josh from before, and I'm here with McFarlane Toys Tyranid Genestealer from Warhammer 40k. I'm not going to be the guy who can tell you much about this character or Warhammer at all, but I just couldn't resist this cool four-armed beast. Take a look around the box, got some cool Giger-esque artwork on there. If you're trying to find that guy, here he is. Already bigger than I expected him to be. They've got him in the package here with two of his arms not attached because he's quite large. So let's get him out of here and put him together. Okay, so here are the sockets on the side. I'm assuming the larger arm that has 3 fingers is going to go on the top. These should just peg right in. All right, those went in easy for me. If you're experiencing any difficulty, you might try using a hairdryer or warm water to soften those up. Take a look at him in 3 dimensions here. I just threw him into a quick pose and he's already tons of fun. I've got him on this little, the stand that he came with. I think he is meant to go in more of a crouched over pose, but I couldn't resist having this standing up. Just taking a look at him, he looks really sharp. Not a ton of paint on him. I appreciate how they did this sort of, it's as if he's got this sort of white carapace and then the red joints underneath look like sort of muscles, and then they put a little reddish wash on these cutouts here where you can see kind of muscle fibers throughout there. It looks pretty good. They made a solid impact with minimal paint apps, and there is an artist proof of this going around as well that's unpainted, and it has a different head. It has more of like a Cthulhu head with like tentacles, like a squiddy mouth instead of this. So let's play with them here. Take a look closer up. Gnarly looking face, lots of cool detail there in the sides of his head, the veins, and the plates on his dome there, his sunken in eyeballs glowing from in there. Super cool. As we come down here, and I already showed off a little bit of it, but you can just see how tight these butterflies can get there in the middle. Every one of them can get in real close. They all have double elbows every arm here, but they get a little constricted by the armor plates. And depending on which joint you move first, you can get a little bit more clearance. So like if you move from that upper one first and then the second one, it gets a little bit more. Whereas these up here seem to be the opposite. It seems to be if you move from here, the bottom one first, and then up, it can get a little bit tighter. But, I mean, great range, you know what I mean? He can touch his head there with both hands. It's really incredible. This is, I can't tell you how fun this is. Great clearance at these ball joints at the wrists. And obviously the strength of a ball joint is that you can turn it on different axes and get different sort of gestures out of it. And again, you can see these top hands are a larger 3-clawed hand, and the lower ones are more human-like with 5 fingers. Really cool detail on all of them. Come down here, so then he does have a waist. It has a great forward movement there. Wish they would give us that forward movement in some other McFarlane figures. And it rocks from side to side as well. Very nice, free and easy movement. Come down here to the legs, which are also very well engineered. They rotate out like that. There's also a thigh swivel right here where these meet. Double jointed knees that don't fully straighten out. But they kick back. That, like so. Ball joints down here at these great alien monster feet that also have toes. Really awesome. Tons of movement in this guy. I don't think I covered the head movement too much. There's not a ton of it. It can look up like that, which is nice when you want him hunched over. Although, actually, now that I've got him loosened up a bit, there's some pretty decent head movement in there. So you get him down on all fours. Here he is in that kind of crunched over, crouching, walking creature pose. So the head turned up like that. You can get down there. and be a crawling monster. Here he is in more of a crouch down pose and standing up on his own, I might add. And then I think he's like thinking about a really hard math problem or something. Real head scratcher. Here he is standing up, again, completely on his own, no stand, next to a Warhammer Marine. And you know what? Let's put him next to a Batman, right? This guy next to Batman kind of makes me think of that Dead End short film from a long time ago where a Predator just kind of showed up at the end for no reason. So there you go, guys. Tyranid, Genestealer from Warhammer 40k. I think, Warhammer fan or not, this is something you ought to pick up. For 20 bucks, you get this great four-arm monster that's really fun to play with. The scary monster appeal is great, but I just like putting him in these, like, where are my car keys? You know, kind of poses. It's just going to be one that you just want to pick up and play with all day and put him into as many different, like, silly-ass poses as you can imagine. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I will see you on the next one. Bye.